It's author and podcast host of The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up. I'm really trying not to say the word. Mark Manson! Now, Mark, millions of people have read your book. What is The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F when it's on stage?
It's a lot of humor, me telling probably inappropriate stories for the Opera House, and hopefully a little bit of wisdom and takeaways for everybody.
But I also feel like Australians in particular pride themselves in not giving a F, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like the book has been particularly well received here? And if so, why is it, culturally, what makes it so?
Can I actually throw that back to you? Because
Yes,
Australia
please.
is actually my best market.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
By a
Why?
long shot.
Do you want to know why?
Yeah, please explain to me so I can go replicate this in other...
Well, because the title resonates with us, honestly.
But the concepts too.
Yes.
Yeah,
But if we're already into it, why do we need the book?
Because I think there's...
I don't think it's about that. I think it's about reaffirming something in the way that we approach things. And I think we have a very different view to, like, the US.
Yeah.
You know, we are... Yeah, I just think that kind of, like... It sits well with us as a people.
I feel like Aussies are very self-deprecating.
Correct.
And
Yes.
I'm very self-deprecating.
Correct.
And Americans always look at me funny, like they don't they don't understand sarcasm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Whereas I come down here and I'm suddenly funny. So
Yeah.
But also, when you first see an American, they'll often give you their CV, like, straight away, and you want to say to them, I don't give a... But your book it's in Australian airports. It's in every bookshop still, as you know.
Yeah.
It's selling so well. Do you think sometimes people just buy the book and put it on their bookshelf so they look cool in their Zoom call?
I hope so. I mean, I'll take my royalties however I can get it.
And he sells good sales.
Yeah, exactly.
You're effectively in the self-help market.
Yes.
When you're in that game, is there a point where you run out of advice? You're like, I've shared my wisdom. I've got no more to give.
Yes. I mean, so the funny thing about self-help is that none of this we're all repeating the same stuff. And it's not even, self-help didn't even invent this. Like, this is what the ancient Greeks talked about. It's what the Romans talked about. It's what early Christians thought. It's in the Bible. It's in all the religious texts. So it's the same life advice repackaged in new ways for each generation and marketed effectively or not effectively. So I don't see my role as like inventing new ideas. I see my role as communicating old ideas effectively so that people are able to listen.
Yeah. I think I took away from that, it's like the Bible.
Basically, it's 10 Commandments.
Basically, yes.
But it's sold more copies, hasn't it?
Yeah, probably. I put that in your posters from now on. It's like the Bible.
You're turning me into John Lennon.
I saw something on your socials that I really liked. You said, many of us misinterpret our need for strong friendships as a need for a romantic relationship. You can be happy without a partner. You cannot be happy without friends. As somebody who has had a baby on their own, I cannot tell you the amount of people I tell that to. And they look at me like, I'm going to say congratulations, but part of me is like, well, that's a bit sad. You know, there's still this real underlying feel that if you are on your own, it must be because you've taken the consolation prize.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think generally people overestimate. I mean, there's all sorts of research that shows that we overestimate or underestimate certain things to derive happiness, and romantic relationships is one of the biggest ones. You can be very happy on your own, you can have a great life, but if you don't have strong social relationships, that loneliness, that social isolation will actually just eat away at you.
No, fair enough, and I hope my wife's not listening to that. But, mate, I'd like to think I'm a bit of a guru myself, and this is what I say...
I'll vouch for that. Yes, I'll tell you, the advice he's been giving all day long, I mean, I feel richer for it. I'm going to be really honest.
My kids tell me to shut up all the time, but what I say to them is that, guys, you're all going to be dead one day, so just relax.
That sounds like a threat, to be honest. That sounds like a threat.
But you know what I mean.
If you don't relax, you're going to be dead one day.
I'm digging a grave in the back, kids!
You know what I mean, though, don't you?
Yes, totally.
Is that
Thank
sound advice?
Absolutely. Actually, the last chapter of my book is called And Then You Die, because it's really the only thing that helps you properly assess what's actually worth giving an F about and what's not, is when you think about your own mortality. If you think about, if I'm only going to be on this earth for another year, is this going to matter? Am I still going to care about this?
Amazing. And also, congratulations on just starting the trend of people putting the F word in every single book title known to man. You can take credit for that, Mark. And
You're welcome.
You can head to our website now for details on the subtle art of not giving an F. help me through this live tour. Please thank Mark Manson.